going to VAR. They're checking.
Hey, Kai.
Check complete. Let's head over to the bar.
Yo, what it do, my peoples? We are back again for another episode of the VARBARPOD. And this ain't no normal episode. Lads, 4 days at the moment, but when you guys listen, it'll be 3 days till the Euros. I'm excited. What you man saying? I'm excited.
Yeah, man.
Finally,
Let's get with the shits.
Let's get it, bro.
Let's do it.
I don't know. There's just something about having a tournament. Obviously, we have the World Cup and the Euros, probably the two biggest tournaments. And obviously, this has been postponed. So, it's just been a long time coming. Obviously, it happened last year. It still feels weird that they're still branding it as Euro.
Yeah, it throws me every time.
Yeah.
They should.
But before obviously we get into what's going on in the Euros, we just need to touch on what's happening outside of country competitions. Jake, I'm going to go straight to you. We're going to just talk about the former managers was going to go to Tottenham and now obviously rejected.
Sorry, carry on.
Could you have seen that happen?
I mean, I could see it happening, but at the end of the day, like, I was reading an article on it as well, and it was saying how, so Levy at the end of the season, didn't he put in the program for Spurs going on about how we had lost our ethos, we had lost our mojo, whatever. We need a manager that's going to bring back attacking, exciting football, that's going to develop our youth, etc., etc., etc. And then they go for Conte, who is just Mourinho, but an upgraded version of Mourinho at this point in time. So it's funny to see Conte's basically gone, yeah, you wouldn't let me bring my staff, you wouldn't back me in the transfer window, you wouldn't do this, so that they're the reasons I'm going to reject you, essentially everything. I'm glad it's not happening, without a doubt. I think if he went to Spurs, that would have made them a lot more serious of a threat, whereas now they can just continue to be the joke club we all love to hate.
Love to see it.
Yeah, it's even funnier, man. They've done a Spursy again. Whatever Daniel Levy's thinking, who knows? Andy, you had so many flowers for Conte at Inter. Like, would you have seen this, as Jake just said there, a big move for Spurs if they signed the man?
In terms of stature, yes, because they just got like a champion from Syria, and also he's very renowned around the world. But like I said earlier to you guys, man, that Spurs team, you can't help the helpless, man. Like, I don't even think he would be able to, change it up there unless, like he said, he was backed heavy in the transfer market. And But
that's what I never got about that whole situation.
Yeah. I wasn't really like worried per se. It was just going to be like good for the league if he came, but
yeah,
I wasn't necessarily worried.
So in terms of obviously club news, Tottenham are still looking for their managers. We've seen Celtic are looking to appoint, but obviously we have transfers going on, and so it begins. Prez and Char, our weekly. You know what's coming.
I don't want to hear it.
Hey, every week now. Has he signed yet?
Well, I mean, some of you might have seen on my Twitter, innit? I've muted all Man United related transfer news for this summer because I'm not putting myself through this complete circus that we seem to be doing every year. I'm hearing, certain men are leading negotiations for some of our transfers. That's just enough for me to switch off, really. So, yeah, I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Char might be a little bit more optimistic than I am, but no, not for me.
No, man.
Just throw Char under the bus like that.
No.
How is it thrown? Oh, get out.
Yeah, he's trying to do the thing, man. Normal level from him. But no, personally, it's got to a point now where it's not even going to be that enjoyable if it happens. I think it's like, it's the case that everyone's sort of waiting for it to happen, so the sort of glam of it sort of goes. So yeah, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then that must mean that we're centering our attentions on other areas.
Do you guys want it to happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
As in, like,
but I'm not desperate for it to happen.
Okay.
I'm not desperate for it to happen. I do want it to happen. I think we need reinforcements. I think the way we finished the season shows that even if, because on paper, when you look at it, we have a number of players, but difference makers, probably less so. And I think Sancho is that, but I'm not going to break my back over it anymore, basically.
So obviously, as the weeks go on, obviously during the Euros, we'll see what clubs are working on. But whilst we're well on you guys, what is your priority signing, would you say? I know you guys might have different options. So, Prez, I want to hear your priority signing.
Yeah, I think I've been harping on about this for at least a season and a half, maybe 2 seasons. I think we need to strengthen the spine of the team. So obviously, right wing reinforcements is one of the priorities. A DM is a big priority as well, and a centre back to partner up with Harry Maguire, because we know that he's not the guy that's going to make way should someone else come in. So it is a Harry Maguire partner, and I feel like Sancho, I would have personally liked to see what Diallo did, given more game time and more opportunity.
Yeah.
But I think he will still get that opportunity, but almost like a second choice off the right wing behind Sancho if we were to sign him. And a DM, someone like an Ndidi. I know that's probably the far-fetched name. Declan Rice, probably a little bit too much money. Yves Bissouma is a name that
It's ours, man. Go away.
I would love to take him. I think he'd probably be the cheapest option out of the 3 as well. Yeah, man. And then centre back, I'm seeing names like Varane being batted around. In terms of availability and possibly, price as well, Varane kind of does make sense. His contract's running down, and he, by the looks of it, he wants to leave as well. So I hope that we do kind of make a serious approach to Real for him, and let's see what happens, man.
And Charles, what about yours?
Literally, word for word, what Prez just said, to be fair. In terms of the players, the personnel, the profiles, the positions, if I was going adding to that, I'd probably say we need a right back too, to challenge Wan-Bissaka. Not necessarily even challenge. I think do almost have the same effect that Tellez had on Luke Shaw. Just give him a bit of a kick up the backside.
Bro,
But yeah,
your manager said partner Maguire with Wan-Bissaka and get a right back.
Nah, man, it's never. The only way I ever see Wan-Bissaka being a centre back is if we play 3 at the back. But I don't see him being as a part of the 2 ever. He can't head the ball, so it just doesn't make sense. But yeah, let's see, man. Let's see. It's a big summer for us anyway.
It's going to be a very big summer for you. But obviously, one of your own got some flowers earlier this week as the PFA player, team of the year, got announced. One, Bruno Fernandes made the cut. Obviously, Harry Kane made the cut. And then also, as the week's gone, they've also announced the Players' Player of the Year. Andy, I know people weren't happy about the Players' Player of the Year, which is KDB. Obviously voted by the... Actually, let me go to Kenna, in fact, because Kenna, your boy basically got shagged. You obviously felt Harry Kane should have got that award.
Yeah, man, it's a robbery. It's actually daylight robbery of any seasons which I've ever seen. A man wins Golden Boot, top assister in the league, and then not a mention. It's crazy, man. But I think I actually read a stat as well. No player outside of the top 5 in a league season has ever won PFA player. That's it, man. It wasn't relevant for the league. What did they finish? 7th, Spurs. So yeah, it's peak, man. He was genuinely robbed. Genuinely.
Was Kevin De Bruyne even City's best player? That's my issue.
No. You know what I said though, Cha. I read a tweet before and I put it into the chat of where someone goes, when you're playing, then you look at the opposition and you're like, bro, this guy is clear of my team.
I think that's why the players voted for Kevin De Bruyne.
He's the best player.
He's just the best player in the league.
And I've asked people all season long, do you look at City and think Ruben Diaz is the best player at City, never mind the league? And the players have voted with their.
But you're obsessed with Ruben Diaz. I think Gundogan had a better season than Kevin De Bruyne.
No, but that's
he
the
had
example.
A good 10 games, brother.
Yeah, but that's the example. I was proven right. So. Anyway.
Yeah, I personally think because when it comes to the PFA, because it's voted by their peers, I don't want to add it too much. And I think these players, they voted it simply like basically what Kenneth said. He is just the best player in the league. Like similar to it, like Hazard, when like I think one season, when he didn't get the PFA, but people kept saying, yeah, Hazard is the best player in the league. He's the best. Same with KDB, man. He's the Premier League's franchise. He's the franchise player, man, of the league, man.
When he plays, City go up a notch, man, and you're just like, you have to stop KDB.
But Kenna, wasn't not you that was telling? Wasn't you that started the argument?
This Kenna's a liar, man. This Kenna's a liar. Honestly, I wasn't gonna get involved, but Kenna is a liar. Wow. I just heard him say City go up a notch.
A notch after what this guy was saying.
Yeah, like after City play, bro.
It's on wax as well. But yeah, man. Shout out KD's. That's my guy, man.
What's on that?
He joins Ronaldo and Henry.
Yeah, man. That's a mad stat. So what are we saying? KDB or Gerrard? Just quick question.
They're mates, bro. I've told people this. KDB's top 3 in centre mid in PL history, man. Top 3.
Yeah, mates, man.
Stay on that fence, boy.
Wait, Char. Hey, you know, let me let me keep it moving swiftly.
KDB or Scholes?
Sorry.
KDB, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to also young Philly.
Sorry,
Phil Foden got the young players player of the year.
Deserved.
Exactly. That's literally one word, deserved, man. What a magician. Could be playing an important part for England in the Euros. And on that, let's get straight into it, man. Like, we've had the warm-ups. We've seen England play their 2 games. Again, you know, what frustrates me, and I don't know what you guys think, you see some fixtures, you got Spain against Portugal. England are playing the likes of Romania, and I forgot who even played the first game. Who was that? They always do this and get people gassed before the big teams till they get the big teams.
I would say
I think what it is they play like-minded teams as like the teams that they have in their groups. I think so, like similar quality, especially before tournaments.
I heard that, to be fair.
Yeah. What I would say though, Munya, I'd take the last 2 performances with a pinch of salt in it, because the reality is, yeah, England's best players, mine's probably a few, weren't playing, and like Mount, Foden, Walker, Stoke, they all make massive differences to England's team and the way they play in it. So I'm watching it thinking, don't get me wrong, it's dry football. However, it isn't what I'm expecting to see on the first game.
And you've been giving out your flowers for Croatia, Charles. So how do you see that game going?
Boy. I watched the game yesterday, Belgium. I think they won in the end, actually. But
1-0.
They won in the end, but it wasn't like Croatia. They've got controllers in the middle of the park, and as everyone knows, especially with international football, you win. You almost win. You win or die by what you have in the middle of the park in it. So I actually don't see England winning that first game, considering they haven't their best players haven't played a game for England yet. I can see that first game being almost like an ease-in. I can see us drawing the game or something stupid like that. But Croatia are a good team, and they shouldn't be. I think the fact that obviously Modric now is getting on, that shouldn't be underestimated. No chance. Croatia are still a good team.
So from what you said there, let's just do a quick run through. You said obviously there's 2 players. There's still players that weren't there but will be coming in. Let's run through a quick 11, guys. And I say quick, please. Let's not start scrapping. We're obviously going to say Pickford in goal. Yeah, I mean I don't see. Johnston had a really good game. Did Gareth play anyone else apart from Pickford and Johnston? I don't think so. But we obviously do see Pickford starting. What's the back 4? Is it going to be a back 4 or is it going to be a back 3? What do you mind think?
I think back 4 personally, because especially for the Croatia game, they will play 4-3-3.
Yeah.
And if we're just going to play 2 centre mids, we are just going to be out. We're just going to be overrun in the midfield, and it's just going to be Modric, Kovacic, and Brozovic just passing to each other for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I think he will match up with a 3. My personal back 4, and I hate it, but I think Walker's going to be right back and Shaw are going to be left back, because Trippier, James, and Chilwell have all been playing as wing backs for the last 6 months, essentially. And to ask them to jump into a back 4, with especially given the fact that James and Chilwell have only just come into camp very quickly, I just don't see Gareth Southgate taking that risk. And then my back my centre backs are Stones and unfortunately Mings.
Oh my god.
So you don't think Maguire's going to start?
Right.
No,
Maguire's not ready, man.
Maguire's injured, ain't he?
He's
Yeah.
not ready.
So yeah.
Man said Mings, you know. Mings.
Mings, man. I'd rather play Ben White, honestly.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys rather take Ben White over
Yeah,
Mings.
I'd rather Mings is honestly a travesty.
Mings is bad, but the thing is, again, with Ben White, he's been playing in the back three this whole time.
Yeah, right.
And he looked good against Romania. I'm sorry, but in the first game of the Euros, when you've only just been called up, he's not playing.
But the thing is, Mings looked bad. Yeah, that's my point. He looks so bad against them. That's my point. Oh god,
he will play because he's not going to play Cody either. Yeah, he will play Mings.
So is everyone objecting to Jake's centre-back options?
Objecting by agreeing. I think it's going to happen. But
grudgingly, man. But what is a spoilt crop at that centre-back position?
Right, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. So as we move on, right back, unfortunately, we had the sad news of Trent. He's unfortunately got injured in one of the warm-up games, so he's had to go home. As you then mentioned, Ben White is coming in. Who's taking the right back then? Reece James, or are we saying?
I'm saying Kyle Walker.
I think Trips, man. I think Trips. I think that's Stingy's man. That's Gareth Southgate's man. Trippier, I think he's all major games when it's counted. Trippier's played. Can you name a game when he's been dropped when it's counted?
I'll be very surprised if I see Trippier ahead of Walker or thing.
Why?
I'm very surprised.
That's his guy.
Yeah, but nah, man. No, not when you got Walker and James in the form of their lives, man.
I mean, to be fair, Kenneth does have a point. He does have a point. And set pieces on the right-hand side will be Trippier as well. So.
And you've seen the game where Trent even played. Trippier was taking the corners as well. They were splitting it 50-50. So Trips is on set pieces at the minimum.
But Trippier's been there with the camp for the last 2 games and he hasn't played right back once. He played left back both times. Yeah, surely if he was going to start there, he would have played there.
I do get where Kenneth's coming from. I think my point as well is just the fact that it's wing-backs compared to full-backs. I think Trippier hasn't played full-back in, a year now? So that's where I see it from. It's just the functionality point of it, of Gareth going, you've been playing wing-back for a year. I know you can obviously play full-back, but especially the first game of the Euros, let's just stick it. Because it's not as if Kyle Walker's a bad option. We all know right-backs are best position by far, probably. So,
but then just the last point on that one, then I would argue for Croatia, they don't play with wingers. So it actually... You want your best outlets at fullback because that's where the space is. And arguably, Trippier's the best crossover the ball England have now. So, yeah, it's 50-50, man. You're not going to lose out playing the other fullbacks, to be honest.
So then what about the left-back option? What are we saying?
Sure.
Yeah, Bobby Luke Shaw, man.
I think that's the easiest one at the moment.
Team of the year things.
Yeah, basically. So we can keep moving to the midfield. Grealish has to start, surely.
I mean,
who's this?
This is the problem with this is that so Declan Rice is going to start. He's your DM.
Yep.
Fine. Mm-hmm. Mason Mount will start. You can have the argument over whether he should over Foden and Grealish, but he will start. Gareth will put him in the team.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you then got your right centre mid. Well, Henderson's not fit enough. He did play okay against Romania, barring that rubbish penalty. But at the end, he looked like he had ran a marathon and it was just a 45-minute. So I can't see him starting, in which case...
Phillips.
It's Phillips.
I mean, these are the options we have, boys. So,
bro, it's actually poverty. Oh my days!
Don't spit your foot out, bro. What are you saying? Was it you reacting to Calvin Phillips? The suggestion was that you there?
Yeah. I mean, he's an okay DM, but I'm just the options. It's just like
they're playing against Modric.
That's what I'm saying. It's God. But really and truly, I think England should employ what Chelsea did to Madrid, and I think that's exactly what Croatia's midfield are going to be. They're going to be old, experienced ballers, but we just need to just outrun them. In my opinion,
basically put the runners in there. Basically,
just put.
That's why I'm surprised he didn't take Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, but then do you not go with Jude? Surely you go with Jude.
Yeah, no, Jude's
I
definitely.
think he's the street stress, Jude. Yeah. But I don't reckon he'll start realistically, man.
So you've got. So let's say it is a Rice, Phillips, Mount centre midfield, right?
Right.
Yeah. but then your wingers, you can't play Foden and Grealish, surely. There's no pacing behind. There's no threat over the top.
That's why I've been screaming, literally. It's one or the other. And one or the other, and then Rashford or Sterling. That's how I see it. And then obviously Harry Kane up front.
But I know we've been arguing all season, Chow, about Grealish or Foden playing in the 10. Yeah. The fact Grealish played 10 the other day, I'm hoping he plays him as a... I'm hoping he does, of where he plays a 4-2-3-1, of where Rashford or Sterling on the left, take your pick, and then you still have Grealish and Foden on the other side, of where that gives you a bit... I think if you see that lineup, Gareth is serious about winning the game or
the thing is,
winning the thingy.
Has he ever played 4-2-3-1?
But there's a...
to now bring it.
I don't think he will, but I'm hoping he does. If you know what I'm trying to say. It's more
I agree. Yeah, that's the best formation for me on paper, but I've just historically he hasn't done it.
I disagree with that being the best formation on paper, because while that's very much an early Ole, or I'm just going to put in all my star players and hope for the best. That, like, you think of that in action, you've then put in Mount in a double pivot 6. That boy travels. He can't play that. I love Mason Mount, but he can't play a 6. So you're going to leave Declan Rice to cover the counter by himself with Stones and Mings at centre back. Get ready.
Yeah, that's true.
It's facts.
That's why a lot of people are saying Southgate is defensive, but I'm like, bro, he has to be. He actually has. That's just the way the card has been dealt. He has to play with two sitters.
Bro.
He has to be.
When he's had everyone fit, this guy will still play 5 at the back.
Yes, because Harry Maguire and Stones can't be trusted. That's my point. That it's a tricky one there, but it'll be interesting to see. But what I do think, by the way, just to add to it, is I think the team that starts the tournament won't be the team that ends it. I think
facts.
I think players will play themselves into the team just on form. So we'll see, innit?
All right, now the toughest one. Front three. What are we saying? Some deep breaths there.
Obviously, Kane starts.
Kane is the number one.
That's the number one there. He's playing every single game, every single minute.
Grealish, Kane, Sancho, maybe.
No,
I don't like him. I don't like him.
It's Sterling.
England, man.
Yeah, I want to say Sterling.
Sterling. Okay.
And people not playing Phil. Is Phil not playing?
It's not about us though. It's what Gareth's going to do.
I see Phil played himself into the tournament. That's why I kept saying.
He's going to start on the bench for me. Like
if Gareth does that, you don't know ball.
So a man who started the Champions League final will then be benched.
Bro,
you don't know your national team manager.
That's the thing.
Man, that's my point. Someone's holding bench. You're saying Grealish, Foden, but they're not playing together. I'm sorry, they're not playing together,
then
bro.
Phil started. Phil started.
I want Grealish on the bench.
The lad.
Yeah, he will.
That's not a situation, bro. If you have to choose,
man.
I'm just thinking Southgate's choices.
Oh, Southgate's choices, yeah.
Southgate's choice is not going to be Grealish, though. Come on, man.
Has Phil Foden? I haven't watched England. Has Phil Foden played?
Hasn't
lost the game.
None of the guys that played in the final.
You just got into the camp now.
Oh, so nice. Yeah,
apparently they had like a small sided game after the game yesterday or something like that. But yeah, they haven't played.
It will be Jack then.
It has to be. Jack's played both games, full 90 minutes. He'll play, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not far off from finding out that first 11, Sunday, 2:00 kickoff. The country's going to be excited. It's going to be excited. I don't know what it is, man. Hey, yeah, Kayla, don't worry. I've got my England ready, fam. Don't worry.
Sunday.
But that blue thing might get cooked, you know.
It looks calm.
The blue kit.
Yeah, it looks good.
Sunday as well. It's 26 degrees and sunny, boys.
I already know where Char is. Char's gonna watch the game.
Outside, my brother.
Hey.
Park Croydon things.
Park things.
Mundo, did you hear that?
What?
Julie.
All right, she's coming.
Bro, she's on the way, bro.
Bloody hell.
Obviously, we know England's just something else, and Jake said 26 degrees. There's going to be more shirts off than on. Andy, what's it like for you, especially with the Netherlands? Like, how is it for the country when there's a tournament coming? Because obviously, you guys have not performed as good as you would have wanted to. I think maybe your last good performance was a 2006 World Cup, maybe? But
2006 World Cup. No, 2014.
2010.
Respect us. 2014. Van Galis. in Brazil. Nah, you know what? From the perspective from Holland, yeah, like we haven't been to the last 2 tournaments. Basically, I think the last Euros we haven't been. So they are obviously excited. Every single big tournament, the whole country is orange, you know the deal. TV adverts, it's all mad, basically. But with this particular tournament, there's a sense of like more than hope than we're gonna do it, because they know it's just shit. There's no trust.
No Van Dijk.
Yeah, no
Not
Van Dijk.
not even that. There's no trust in the team, but there's especially no trust in the manager because of what he's done after Ajax, flopped that Inter, flopped that Crystal Palace, flopped that Atlanta.
Yeah.
So there's zero trust in the manager. People are excited. People are, obviously supportive, but there's a hint of like we're just how do you call it? Like
what we will be.
Yeah. It's not like previous tournaments like 14 or 2010 where we're the favorites. We're gonna do this kind of thing.
Actually, Drew, whilst you're speaking, who do you reckon? Do you reckon Holland will be the underdogs? If not, then who do you reckon will be the underdogs in this tournament?
You know what? Yeah, I think Holland can be the underdogs. When I was speaking to Kenna before, of course, because we have an easy path to the final. We can kind of avoid the big teams until the semis and finals.
People will laugh at my underdog selection.
And also in general, we do have even minus Van Dijk, we do have a good team of hard workers mixed with
this all hinges on Depay, right?
Exactly, mixed with the X factor Depay. Even Depay is the X factor, but he's not like a 100% reliable X factor, and that's where the problem is with this Holland team. That it's just him. Where previously we had Van Persie, we had Robben, we had Wesley Sneijder, we had several, but now it's just we're just looking at him right now.
But the games I've seen you, man, especially in qualification, it's give the ball to Depay and things will happen, and it's kind of okay. It's gonna come, but we'll see.
It's really via Wijnaldum and Depay, man, because Wijnaldum plays a 10 for Holland, so he's much more advanced and can get involved. We've also he called up Wout Weghorst as well. I don't know if you guys know him, but he plays in the Bundesliga. He did quite well last season. So people are excited for that because he's actually a bagsman. So let's see if he will offer different problems for oppositions. But yeah, man.
Yeah, not bringing up El Ghazi, man. That's criminal to me.
Yeah, that's a good one, Shalom. Yeah, that was very criminal to me. He called up what's his name, Quincy Promes, instead of El Ghazi, which I find criminal because he's a player that plays in the Premier League week in, week out, basically. That's a better league than anyone else apart from Van Dijk. And he didn't get the call up. So that was shocking. Because I think he could have been used well. But other than that, man, I'll still be supporting the guys, Got some Donnies in the squads. And England will be my second team, man, for sure.
All right, so Shalom, you made a good point there. And prior to this, I asked the guys at the bar who they feel. Obviously, there's a lot of categories, but we're going to start away with the underdog. So I'm just going to call you guys out, and I just want to hear who you feel is the underdog to potentially win this tournament. So
win it all, yeah.
Sorry,
I've actually got a mad one.
Yeah, same. I've got a mad one.
You do.
People will laugh at me.
I expect nothing less from you, Drew.
You know me.
All right, kick it off for us then, Drew. Who's your underdog?
You know what? Yeah, how they're doing so far in the qualification for the World Cup.
Exactly, he's gonna say
how they did in the qualification for the Euros, and they've actually got a striker that knows where the net is and that can score all types of goals. This is reminiscent of the 2008 Turkey team, man. I think they can, do semis again, man.
Turkey,
Turkey, man. Yeah.
Now I see that because they had a good game against you, man. And was it the Nations League or a while back? Remember?
Nah, that was World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah. All right, cool. Shalom, what are you saying?
I might agree with the Bexley boys and go with Norway. Just because they have a good striker, and they have Odegaard. But that's just me, basically just going for the very very extreme point.
And Norway in the Euros.
Norway are not in the Euros.
Sorry. I'm getting confused. Is it Denmark? What am I getting confused? I'm getting confused.
Norway, they make it.
I'm literally looking at the Euros tables right now. I think it's Denmark then. My bad.
Denmark, yeah? To be fair, they have been doing. I know what you mean.
Yes.
They ain't been doing shit, man. That's bike. Braithwaite, yeah, nah, them man.
Yo, I think these are gonna be. Maybe they weren't gonna win the tournament, innit? But I think they're gonna be little dark, the dark horses as such. Yeah, I'd probably go Scotland.
Scotland. No way. Listen. I saw them against Holland. Yeah,
you're moving mad.
Listen, but again, they didn't have some of their ballers playing.
Yeah, that's true.
However, trust me, Scotland recently, they have been very good. I think I read somewhere they haven't lost in the last 15 international games or something stupid like that.
As well,
they're in England's group, innit?
They draw bad.
Bro, they could shithouse themselves. They were into a quarterfinal, semi-final.
Sound.
But yeah, I don't think they're going. I don't think they're going to win it, but I do think they could have a little impact on it.
I want them to beat England, man.
Charlie, we say underdogs. We say you think they might win it. Okay, so don't give me that. I don't think they might win it. But I see where you're coming from, Charles, because you've also got to remember, guys, this is their first major tournament in God knows when. So the buzz, the feeling, they've got nothing to lose. They're going out for fun. So they might have a run. So good shout, Prez. What do you think?
Yeah, man. Mine is just from a betting perspective, just to do a little bit of a sweepstakes type thing. I'm going for North Macedonia, man. Just for the simple fact that the odds will be sweet. If I was to put a little bet on there.
This is what I mean. He's avoiding the bike thing. This is what I mean. This is what I mean, bro. About what's this? What?
North Macedonia is my pick. Alioski, Pandev, them man. Yeah, bring it home, fellas.
Yeah, how is Pandev still playing? I thought he retired.
Bro, I remember him from Inter days. I can't believe this guy's still playing football. But yeah,
Rez, you might as well have gone for Russia, man.
Yo, that's my pick, bro.
That would have been a bet.
Nah.
Well, I was going to come to you next. Anyways, Ken. So you're telling us Russia, yeah?
Russia, man. Artem Zuba, bro. That Donny. A throwbacks and a forward. Nah, they've got a good little team. Golovin, Sherichev, Zhirkov is still about.
But to be fair, Russia does turn up in tournaments though, so not a bad shout.
They turned up at home for their tournament.
Yeah,
they didn't look bad. They didn't look bad.
They had to be fair. Wisey, who's your underdog?
So my underdog, I was thinking Turkey as well, but I'll go different from that. Just provide a different view. I'm gonna go. Ukraine.
Bore, man.
I'm gonna go Ukraine.
Bro, they bore, man. They're good.
Yeah, I think they Shevchenko's gotten playing some nice football. They played 5 at the back of the bigger games, but they try to play 4 at the back and be a little bit expansive. Zinchenko plays centre mid, which is weird, but they're in the Netherlands group as well. So if they do a little bit in there,
our first game is against them, I think. Yeah, it is. Yarmolenko as well, which I liked him from a long time, man, since his Kiev days. He's good as well, techie.
Tabo, what are you telling us? What's your underdog prediction?
I'll go with Croatia, mate. Obviously, I've got experienced players. Did quite well in the last World Cup, so yeah, I think they can get to a decent stage again in this tournament.
Are they underdogs? I wouldn't class them as underdogs.
I wouldn't class because they're not
underdogs, innit? They're not the favourites, are they?
Outsiders, kind of.
Yeah. No, that still counts personally. I think they're probably the best out of the bunch.
Andy and Munya, see,
borderline rusty, but
Tabo, you got. I'm thinking obviously these are the finals of the. Anyways, yeah. All right, cool. Thanks, my G. Tosin, what are you telling me?
Yo, man. If I keep it 100 in it, I definitely think this is a tournament for the favourites in it, man. But if there is one team, well, just for the fun of it, in it, I'm just gonna say Austria in it. I've been a big fan of Arnautovic for a long time. Obviously, he's plying his trade in I think Shanghai these days, but obviously he's still a very good player. Obviously, Sabitzer in the midfield, Alaba, in his free role in it, man. So I'll shout out Austria in it, man. But like I said, I think it's one for the favourites this year.
Well, on that toast, we're going to flip it around straight away and do your favourites. I think this one's been nice and quick and easy for everyone. So who are your favourites?
Hey, man. So obviously, I can't lie to you, innit, man. My head obviously just says France. They're too strong. I feel as if like I can't see them being beaten just on paper, innit. But obviously, my heart is gonna say CR7 times Bruno, last dance, last major tournament. Come on, man. I mean, who else am I gonna back? Really? Come on, man. So if not France, it's gotta be Portugal, bro.
Bro, I need one. I don't know if not who, if not what.
Yeah,
give me a name.
France, innit? France.
France, yeah. All right, Tabo, what are you telling me?
Yeah, similar to Toast, but I think Portugal are too strong in this one, man.
Yeah.
Portugal, yeah, man.
All right. I like that. Jake?
Les Bleus. I'm going France.
Simple. Kenna?
Belgium, man. Lukaku masterclass pending.
You know, after this, he had the Inter. That's a very good shout, man.
They flop every tournament, though, man.
I've got him as my top scorer for the tournament. He'll bag.
Peter, what are you telling me?
Yeah, can't see past the Blues, man.
Yeah, France are looking like a menace. Picture?
Yeah, man. Karim, Mr. Nev. He's coming down. He's coming down.
Just imagine the scene.
Come on, man. It's written in the stars, boys.
Imagine if he scores a winning goal. Oh, Lord Almighty. It's nuts. Crofty, who are you telling me?
Yeah, it's gonna be France. It's a clean sweep for France.
Are they in the Euros? Just to check. And Drew, what are you telling me?
I said England, man. I'm going for England.
Yeah?
Sticking my neck out there, man. Yeah.
Okay. Now, obviously, we've done our favourites and we've done our
Prez.
Please, let's keep it civil for now. Now we've done our favourites, like I said, and we've done our underdogs. Obviously, there's always some teams that fail to deliver. I want to hear your flop. Who do you think is likely to flop? One of the teams we thought, should be doing well, like when Italy didn't get out of the group stages in the World Cup, or was it England? Who do we think is going to flop?
The usuals, man. The usual suspects, bro.
Who's the usuals, Tabo? Tell me, who do you think is going to flop?
England.
You think England's going to flop, yeah?
They're just so disappointing when you watch them. Like, all the hype, the players, like, it's just so bland.
Monyo, what's your definition of flop? Like
expectation to thing.
Like group stage exit or like...
No, that's what I'm saying. Because if England makes semis, what are we going to say? Is that a flop?
Semis is good, but like I'm saying, on previous tournaments, they usually don't get that far. And I think even when they lost in the semi-final last time to Croatia, that was a flop, if you ask me. But yeah,
that was, to be honest.
Andy, so that's a good question. So it could be like you said, they failed to get out of the group stages, or even in the round of 16 or the quarterfinals, lose to a team that are so ranked below them. So anything along
that, playing back home.
Exactly. Should be coming home sooner than they thought.
When are we going to start like just being real with ourselves and stop accepting this? I'm saying we, but England as a squad, and stop accepting this mediocrity. This squad is good enough to win it all.
That's what I'm saying, though, Prez. That's what I'm saying, though.
Anything less is bust. Really.
But that's what I'm saying, Prez. That on match day, when you're actually watching England, you're like, this is pants, because the potential that each individual has is like phenomenal, but then when they link up, I don't know, man. It's awful football.
I've always been like, I'm not an advocate of Gareth, even though I might sound it. I'm not like some massive Gareth Southgate in fan, but I almost feel like name me an international team over the last other than the last Spain team that played this expansive football that everyone wants to see from England. I don't get it. Like
Holland,
Germany were brilliant as well.
Germany.
2014.
2014. Since 2020.
It's only two though.
Ghana.
You're only talking about two.
Italy, what with Pirlo 2012.
Look how long they were talking about. But like,
no, but you asked, bro. That's how many. That's 3 tournaments ago.
But we're saying that England aren't
Sterling was playing.
Okay, my point is this potential and this and that. You don't need that to win a tournament. You don't need it. So I don't understand why everyone wants to see this expansive way of playing football.
But what we're saying
just
as well
get
is,
things done.
Hold on. But even against those small teams that we expect them to get the job done, it's like muggy. Like yesterday, like a pen, bro. That's how we're winning the game against whoever it was. Forgot even.
As I said to you guys earlier, take
Like,
the last
come
two
on,
results
bro.
as a pinch of salt. Our ballers weren't playing. Not all of them were playing.
So are you telling me, Char, come match day 1 or 2 for England, we're going to see not necessarily the expansive football, but we're going to see our best players playing and there being some sort of cohesion between that team?
I think we'll get a result. Now, what I always ask is, when you watch England play, is it convincing? Because you can be convincingly defensive, and that's no issue. When Portugal won it, bro, you know they're not going to concede a goal. When France won it, bro, you know they're not going to concede a goal. With England, I'm like, bro, Pickford might drop a clanger. Whoever plays next to Maggie might drop a clanger. Exactly. There's so many you're hoping and you're not expecting. With the other teams, you're like, bro, I expect excellence. It might not be expansive, which is fine, but you expect something good. I'll compare it to Chelsea as well. When Tuchel's come in, you look at Chelsea, they play 5 on the back. They're not expansive, but you're like, they're quite solid, them. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I don't feel that with England.
But that's my point. You guys are using games where they're like 3 of their starting forward defense weren't even playing. You're expecting to see everything.
I'm personally not using that as the barometer. And I had a discussion with someone today about when it's counted. What's the last big side you've seen England beat in a major tournament? The last one.
Are you counting the Nations League?
That doesn't count.
But that's what I'm saying, though. People need to just wake up.
Exactly. I think it was Argentina 2002, or if you want to count Colombia in the last one. Colombia is the biggest side we've beaten the last 20 years. It's crazy, man.
That's a damning stat.
England are the Spurs of the international. We just bottle, bro.
Basically.
So, to answer your question, Monya. Sorry. For me, it's similar to England, but I would say Belgium, man. If they flop,
same.
For similar reasons, to be honest. Because this Belgium team, player for player, they've been together for years. And when I say years, I'm talking youth football. And
this is the last year of that generation.
We said 2010, nothing happened. We said 2014. Nothing happened. We said 2016, nothing happened.
This is the
2018, nothing. This is the last dance for them, man.
So this is it as well, yeah.
And I feel like they're all in their prime. Lukaku is starting to, come into his own. Yeah. They're all in their prime now. They should do it.
But it's a shame that would we say Hazard is still in his prime at the moment, because he's kind of fell off.
He needs to find some Chelsea form from somewhere to lift.
I don't think he's a starter anymore, man. His brother starts over him.
Is he even fit?
I don't even know, man.
I don't know.
So, Char, are you co-signing Andy with Belgium?
Yeah, definitely, man. Belgium, definitely. For the potential they have, if they don't get to at least semi-finals, that's a floppage for me.
Shalom, who do you think your flop?
You know what? Just looking at the group, I think Portugal has potential to flop, For me.
Listen, I said this earlier.
That's facts, man. That's facts.
If you watch them play...
But Shalom, the third place goes through again, so
Yeah, I know, but Hungary and their day can be annoying. So I can just see that kind of playing out.
Was that Donny called? Soboslai.
Soboslai,
yeah. And that Zuzak.
Yeah. So I can see Portugal flopping just because they are in a very difficult group.
Yeah.
Certain teams will finish third, win the tournament, and they'll still be talking nonsense, But if I speak, boy.
Hey, Prez, who's your flop?
England, man. I'm sorry. It's trophy or bust, man. It's trophy or bust. I think anything less than a trophy is seen as a flop. Sorry. I mean, let's start holding these guys at that regard. Let's stop with this. Semis is a good achievement. No, man. Let's do it.
They got to win the thing. Nah, I hear you, bro. Kenna.
Do you know what, Crafty? Do you know the team which will stop Portugal being a flop? Germany, man. That team is wackety whack. They're awful.
But they got mentality, though.
Bro, that defense. Honestly, I seen they announced their squad, and I seen their 26-man squad. Bro, I knew like 5 of them. It's
they're playing their back 3 at the moment.
Sometimes
but sometimes Germany tend to surprise. That's one thing.
That's my point. Like, I never.
You know what it's with Germany. Yeah, Germany got heritage and history.
Yeah, I never write them off, man.
And you can't write them off because of that.
Yo, you might not forget in 2018, innit? Like it didn't happen.
Yeah, I know.
But Werner will turn into this prime Donny and they start bagging in like in the Euros. Just watch.
Who's in their group?
Bro, they're in the group of death.
France, Hungary, Portugal.
Hungary.
What? Bro, they're not getting out of the hood. They're not getting out
Yeah,
the hood.
that group is nuts.
They'll get third, bro.
That's a group that needs third place to get out. But we're going to go into that because I know Kenna wants to go into that. Before, let's just finish off our flops. Jake, who do you think?
I was going to say Germany, but again, I'll present a different view. I will go Italy. I think
that group's a sticky one.
People like Chiellini, Bonucci, it's obviously their last tournament. And I think they struggle to get out the group, personally. And they have got an easier group. And the thing is as well, their strikers, like they're going to be led by Immobile, who can't do outside of Italy.
Yo,
but
Jake, you seen their record in qualification?
I don't give a fuck about qualification.
Bro,
who's that Juve winger though?
Chiesa.
Yeah, he could come in this.
Nah, this Italy is decent though.
Yeah, bro, they won every game in qualification. The only side in Europe to do that. Mancini is unbeaten.
It makes sense what he says then.
Mancini's unbeaten, bro.
It means nothing.
But what he's saying is like if they flop, if they don't.
Yeah, if they flop, it makes sense what he's saying.
Yeah.
So you're saying like a country like Wales can do it?
Well,
I'm not sure.
They got to the semis of the last Euros.
With Robson Kanu, boy.
Boy, that 4-5-1.
That guy's still getting recruited.
Hey, last but not least, Toast, let me hear your flop.
You know what, man? I was going to say Italy, but I will just say Croatia, innit, man? I think, obviously, last World Cup, getting to the final, they've definitely kind of regressed in my eyes a little bit. And I feel like they may not even get out of that group, innit, man? I mean, I feel as if Scotland, they have some mustard to them, innit, man? I don't think Scotland are going to go far, but I can even see Scotland getting a draw in that first game against England, if I'm honest, man. So I feel like Croatia might not get out of that group, innit, man? Czech Republic, England, Scotland, innit, man? So I might say Croatia, innit, because they're probably expected to get out of the group and probably go on to the latter stages.
I heard that. But before now we've done like the team ones, we're going to go into some individual awards. However, Kenna, talk to me quickly about this. How does this third place group? Because I don't think every third place team goes through. But do you know how it works?
Yeah, it's basically bullshit, man. Basically, it's out of the groups, the best 4 teams which finish third qualify. If that makes sense. They basically bunch up all those teams that finish third. They put them into order of points. So the top 4 go through. And then if it fails by points, it goes through by goal difference. And then if still match, it goes through by goals scored. It's bullshit, man. Honestly.
Mad. Well, and on that goals scored, this is the big one. Who's going to walk home with that golden boot?
Romelu Bolingoli Lukaku.
Kylian Mbappe.
Has a Kane's got a point to prove, bro?
I mean, yeah, Kane's got a point to prove as well. So, yeah, it's out of 3 of them.
You just kicked it off there. So you're saying Lukaku should be taking that home, yeah?
Yeah, I think he will, man. And I think he'll do his business in the group stages against these shit teams. And then when it matters,
he'll bag there. Yeah, facts. Oh my days.
That's his level.
Yo, he stat padding 5 in the group stages.
Yeah, man.
He stat padded his whole international career, bro. Honestly.
And some of his club career as well, too.
Yeah, if we keep it a buck.
But shout out to him because he made massive leaps in terms of his progress this season, though. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do.
Right. But you man are slightly racismo, you know. You're saying he stat pads in group stage. Wait. He stat pads in group stages, but that Sir Harry, he did exactly the same in the last tournament.
Sometimes if you're a goal scorer, bro. Sometimes stat pad, bro. It's calm.
Yeah, no, what are you telling me? Anti-black.
Bro, that's what I'm hearing, man. Because no one would have said that about Harry Kane, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
No one would have said that.
Right. Shalom, who do you think is going to be top goal scorer?
I think it will be either Kane or Lukaku. So I'm going to go Lukaku.
Jeez, people are
Benzi as well, you know. I don't know, boy.
I was about to say Benzi, bro.
Yeah, Benzi's my pick.
That's my pick too, man.
Yeah, Poetic if he wins it, man.
The United boys are going for Benzema. Jake, who are you calling?
I was going to say Lukaku, but that's boring now. So I'm going to go Griezmann. I'm going to complete the French trifecta there.
He takes their pens as well, isn't it?
He's the one that everyone's forgetting about.
He always bags at international.
He does.
Level.
To be fair.
Always bags.
Whip out a Fortnite dance again, or some other bullshit that he's come up from that he's far too old for.
Kenna, who's your top goal scorer?
Bro, it has to be Melu, man. They're going all the way, and I think he might be on pens as well, man. Just because KDB's missed a couple of crucial ones, I can see Melu on them.
That's actually a good point. Like, you got to think about the pens as well. Who's going to be taking it? So yeah, that could edge it closer. Tabo.
I'm gonna go with my boy Kylian Mbappe.
Jeez, you love him, innit? Get that shit ready. And Toast.
Yeah, it's got to be Mbappe, the kid, man. I mean, look at the players he's got around him, man. He's going to get ample opportunities to score. He ain't got Tony Marshall stinking up the joint, doing nothing. So
help yourself.
Yeah, sure.
Marshall. That Marshall.
It's got to be Mbappe, the kid.
You the United boys.
Lacazette even got a sniff. Get out of here, bro.
Munya, I'm hearing someone would have said Haaland, you know.
Bye. And the last one, obviously, this is going to be probably collectively, like, it's now July the 11th. It's the big day. It's the final. Who are the two teams?
France, Portugal.
Ooh.
France and Portugal.
Straight in there, Jake.
What he said.
France, Portugal. It's like, because the way I see it going, first semi-final is France, Belgium. Second semi-final, Spain, Portugal. France, Portugal.
You reckon Spain will make it a semis, yeah?
Yes, that's Spain.
Spain.
Spain. They play good football. I was watching.
But Spain are down the easy route as well.
I can see Spain. Yeah, they can.
That Morata. Oh my day, he stinks.
Sucks, man.
Well, you know who's very good for him? That Ferran Torres for City. He bags for internationally, so I can see Spain doing all right.
They got players, man, but not on the level that we know Spain.
Luis Enrique, man. This guy toasted.
Okay, so Jake and Tabo both agreeing with France and Portugal. Tosin, what are you telling me?
Hey man, it's hard not to be boring, man, but I can't see either one of France or Portugal not getting to the final. But let me just say France, Belgium, if it works out that way.
Jeez, people are backing, yeah? So Jake, Kenna.
Belgium, Portugal.
Belgium, Portugal. So similar teams are popping up. Big Cha.
England and Portugal.
That'll be a mad one still. I'll be a very mad one. Prez, what are you telling me?
Let me go with France, Turkey.
Oh,
that Turkey.
That Buruk.
If you buck them semi-finals, it's long.
Bro, it's long. Them man. I like the way they play, man.
How about you? Because you back Turkey. What are you saying for the final?
England, Netherlands.
Yeah. Okay.
If that works out, I don't even know what works out, so I can't even give you a proper answer. But yeah, England, Netherlands, man. Let's get it.
And Shalom, remember they have to be in the Euros, bro.
Yeah.
Man would say Niger, Norway.
England, France for me. If that happens.
That will be.
We need to see an heritage final, though, man. Like, you know, England, France, or England, Germany.
Yeah,
man. Like that.
Let's
I want
see.
an heritage final.
Blow for.
If that England, France one, that'd be a mad one. If that happened.
Yeah.
The licking lips, but we're not far from here. Like I said at the start, we're going to do 4 days from today, but for our listeners, it'll be 3 days from now. Everyone's going to be buzzing. Everyone's going to be great. Obviously, fans are going to be back in the stadiums. So those who are lucky to get tickets, congratulations. We hope you enjoy it.
It's only home crowd, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's if you got a ticket, obviously there's a balance time ago. You just go to the country, and then there's obviously the restrictions. So they did. I remember they did offer people saying, "Look, if you think you won't be able to make it, or you can't make it now, you can return your tickets." And I don't know what's happened to return tickets then.
And is it just full capacity?
So England was saying 25%, but when this whole restrictions for the 21st goes down, they're saying potentially it could be a full Wembley crowd, but then
that is cheating, man. Because I swear the semis and the finals in the Wembley.
Both Wembley, yeah.
Yeah, nah. Come on. Okay, all right.
All will be revealed soon, but I'm glad the boys are buzzing. I'm sure every nation's gonna be buzzing. We're gonna be in a treat, man. Like we've needed a tournament, and the weather's great. Weather's getting better. It's time to like get some cans from Julie. Before we wrap it up, as always, it's time for some shots at the bar. Lads, any shots today? I know bank holiday was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, let me take a shot for Bukayo Saka, obviously getting his first England goal and man of the match the other day. You know, just keeping close tabs on him. He might be the little dark horse that makes, finally gets an opportunity later on in the tournament for England. Who knows? Let's see. But yeah, for Saka, man.
Well, I'm going to take a shot with you for that. My guy Saka getting his first goal. Shout out him, man. Killer Kens, I know you need it. What are you telling me?
Yo, I just want to take a shot for everyone, man. It's been a long 18 months. We finally got to the Euros, and I'm going to be watching the football with the boys, man. It's been a minute, so shots to everyone.
For real.
Hey, double up.
Listen, please, how many shots today?
Just the one, man. My shot's for my boy CR7, innit, man? He's 36, likely his last major tournament. I just need Bruno to carry boys, innit, man? Carry boys home, man. Bring us that title. Cement the legacy, man. Come on, let's get this.
Prez, what are you telling me?
Yeah, just a quick one for my boy Benzi, man. Obviously, good to see him back in international football. This could be his final curtain call, and it's just it'll be great to see him putting on a France shirt and potentially lead them to glory with his goals, man. Can't wait to see him. For the culture
needs it.
For the culture, and you know that the Insta will be lit.
Bro,
them videos will be a madness. What the hell?
Videos will be a madness.
Drip.
A 5-minute mini movie, fam.
Trust me.
It's needed. And we've got one more shot, but I've had to just hide this one because the barman says I can't serve this guy. He's had too many shots from the Champions League, but we've had to sneak in one more shot. Jake, what's your shot, bro?
Oh, I've been overdosing for the past week. No, my shot is for Gareth Southgate's waistcoat. Get that shit back out here. He's doing the whole Jack look. He looks like a twat. Let's get the waistcoat back, Gareth. Let's bring it on.
This guy, man.
All right, say no more. But obviously, with the socials, guys, please keep giving us love. Obviously, it is the Euros. We're going to be running daily polls on the games. So just let us know who you think is going to be the winner. We're going to put some predictions out. So yeah, keep active. It's going to be a very active summer. It's going to be a very active Euro. And we ain't stopping, man. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
No bet, man.
Hey, Kai.
And it looks like they're going to